Hello and welcome to this new edition of exclusive interviews on Africanews television. Nearly 8 million Cameroonians will go to the polls on October the 12th to elect their new president. Mr. Beloboumama Egari, hello and thank you for accepting our invitation. You're the president of the UNDP, a long-standing political figure, and also a long-time supporter of President Paul Biya, whom you're now challenging at the ballot box.
Tout simplement parce que nous exerçons là le droit constitutionnel reconnu par la Constitution.
Because we are exercising the constitutional right granted to every political party.
UNDP,
My party, the UNDP, convened its decision-making bodies on June 21.
le 28 juin dernier,
Together with our comrades during deliberations, we decided to present ourselves in this
nous
election.
avons décidé de nous présenter à cette élection.
There are many challenges ahead, and some think that your age makes you unfit for the situation. What do you say to that?
Je réponds que l'âge, au contraire, peut être un atout.
I would say that age, on the contrary, can be an asset. If you are likely to live long, you also have the chance to learn. Such has been my case, and I thank the Lord for allowing me to be on the Cameroonian political scene for several decades.
Mr. President, your career places you at the crossroads of both opposition and government. How could this dual experience be useful in your project for Cameroon?
Mais comment ça pourrait être un obstacle? Bien au contraire, je vois bien que avoir eu l'expérience à la fois
How could it be an obstacle?
de gouvernement,
On the contrary,
mais
I see
également
that
d'être
having
passé
experienced
pendant
both
au moins
as a
6 ans
government leader and as someone who also spent at least 6 years in the National Assembly
président
as an elected
du
MP,
second groupe
president of the
parlementaire,
second largest parliamentary group,
m'a
gave
permis
me an experience
d'avoir
that I
une
believe is
expérience
rare
que,
in our country.
je crois on ne retrouve pas facilement dans notre pays.
The Constitutional Council has the final say. For example, this was seen during post-electoral disputes. It's recently been accused of refusing to uphold the law. Can the Constitutional Council play fair at the end of this election?
Les institutions nationales sont créées conformément aux dispositions de la Constitution. Elles obéissent, elles travaillent.
National institutions are created in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. They operate and work in line with existing laws. The Constitutional Council, I hope, will continue to act this way. In any case, what we at the UNDP hope is to help grant it greater independence.
One candidate has been chosen by the Union for Change as the opposition's consensus candidate. This is President Issa Chiruma Bakary. What's your reaction?
Le candidat consensuel, avant d'arriver à son nom, a été
The so-called consensus candidate, before even mentioning his name, was chosen by what authority?
Sur quelle base
I don't know on what basis a group can assume the right to select a so-called consensus candidate. Therefore, we do not feel concerned by the decision of a group without any constitutional authority.
Nous ne nous sentons pas concernés par la décision d'un groupe qui n'a aucun pouvoir constitutionnel.
Mr. President, what are your priorities to restore confidence among voters who are disappointed today with politics?
Oh, ils sont nombreux. Naturellement, il y a
Oh,
beaucoup de
there are
problèmes.
many.
On a
Naturally, we face a lot of problems.
Pourquoi
You asked me once why I take a plane to go to Kusero.
Kuseri.
Obviously, it's because of the state of our road infrastructure. But there are many other infrastructures that need deep rehabilitation, particularly in productive sectors like agriculture. We also face challenges in healthcare. We have problems with the education of our youth. How can it be that, after more than 60 years of sovereignty as a nation, we still have children who go to school under trees?
De souveraineté en tant que nation, nous ayons encore des enfants qui vont à l'école sous l'arbre.
What do you say to those who accuse you of having been part of the government that failed to solve these problems?
Nous avons été au gouvernement sur la base d'un document.
We were in government on the basis of a document known as the Government Action Platform. We loyally applied the clauses of that platform. We supported it, and for that reason, we stood by it. Today, we believe we can do better.
Cette plateforme, et aujourd'hui, nous pensons que nous pouvons mieux faire.